Hello, Cindy here with Create Your Own Luck and Love. So today we're going to dive right in and get started. I have a question that I was asked, and I love to share these with you guys. One, because I know it's super supportive, and I get these kinds of questions often. So a woman asked me, so what do I do when a you know, she's dating online. What do I do when a man um, plans a first meeting? So they plan to meet, first date. He didn't confirm. He didn't, it didn't happen. The date did not happen. And then he contacted her the next day saying, oh, he was sorry. He had gotten called into work and and then they planned a date. So, and then after that, so they went on the date, they had a great time, and then he, they had planned to go out on a second date, and he did it again. He didn't call her. They planned to go out on a certain evening. He didn't call, he didn't show. I don't believe she met him or, any of that happened, but here's the deal. And he had said something, and this is something very important to hear. He had said, um, that's why I'm single, because my work takes over my life. So he said that before they met on the first date. He said, I, I got called into work. I'm sorry. So I'm going to tell you what I shared with her on how to handle this. First off, if she would have asked me this before she went on the first date with him, I would have said not to meet him at all. And here's why. Because first of all, when if somebody doesn't bother to tell you if you have something planned, they don't bother to, they do a no call, no show, especially on the first meeting, it's indicative of the future. Now, if the first meeting had happened just fine and this happened for the second meeting, I would have had her handle it differently. And I'll explain that to you. So, and he had said to her, when he texted her the following day, he said, are you mad at me? Which is pretty childish. And no judgment, right? And she had said, I guess I just don't know what to say to that. And if you're used to just taking what will show up in front of you, and you know who you are, if you're in a real fear place when it comes to love, and maybe you find him attractive and he said some great things on his profile and you had chemistry, you had good conversation, maybe there's that little seductive blend happening there. But that person is telling you who they are and where they are. They're telling you that their work is more important and they're not respecting you. So we teach people how to treat us. And what my advice to her was, I would say to him, I wouldn't even give him another opportunity. I'd say, hey, look, I get the feeling based on what you said, we're looking for different things, and I feel, so you want to make sure when you're communicating as a high value woman that you are,
it's 3 o'clock.
You want to make sure that you are owning your feelings and not saying to someone, well, when you do this, or when you did that, or when you said this, it automatically puts a person, man or woman, on the defensive. So you just want to say, hey, look, I have a feeling we're looking for different things. I'm I'm really interested in dating and getting to know someone, and I'm in a place. I need to remember exactly what I said to her, and I can definitely write it into the comments. But I, you know, I'm seeking something where um, the person is communicative when things don't work out. So I'm not left wondering or worrying about whether you're okay and whether or not we're planning on getting together, as you know, I can make other plans. It feels disrespectful to me. I'm sure you understand. So I wish you the best in your search. So saying something and just being really real. Hey, um, I'm really looking for somebody that's showing that wants to show up, and if they can't make it, sure, I get it. Things happen. And when somebody does that, it's almost like a perpetual ghoster or self-sabotager. There's usually some fear in their life that, something they're running from. So they're not able to show up, or they're scared that maybe they're not good enough for you, or whatever it is. But you don't need to fix that. What you get to do is listen to what he says. And a lot of times, as I see this with women all the time, they're not listening for things. They're not listening and hearing the red flags. Oh, this is why I'm single. Listen up. I'm single because I work all the time. AKA, I'm single because when I get called into work, I say yes, and I don't have the respect for others to let them know. Right? So there's some fear going on there. And it doesn't make him a bad person. What it does is it X's him out. Don't even think about it. And it was interesting when I shared with this woman what to say. She had come back to him and shared that, and he just replied with a sad face. And she said, well, I don't understand. He was in the wrong. Why didn't he, give an excuse or something like that? Because he already gave you his excuse. Or why didn't he admit his wrongs and try to make it better? So you get to look at what your intentions are. Your intentions are, sure, you might want to date that person, but you don't want to change them. If they are not in a place where they can show up and truly date, you're going to run around being frustrated. And that may be what you've been used to feeling in your love life, in your dating life, like you're trying to force something, or you're showing up trying to make things happen. So imagine, what I invite you to do is think about, what is it that you want? And, how do you want to feel in dating, in relationship? And start to write that down, and then look at your dating life from there. Do you want a man who's going to do what he says he's going to do? He's going to be honorable. Great. So this isn't the one. So the next thing I want you to remember, listen to what he says. Listen to the disclaimers. So it's kind of like, on those commercials, those drug commercials on TV. They sound so great. You're going to be happy and it cures XYZ. And the next thing you know, may cause um, feelings of suicidal thoughts and XYZ. So you want to really pay attention to that. And of course, you pay attention to actions. What are their actions showing you? And then date from the space of who am I? I'm a high value, high vibrational woman that desires um, a true partner. So you get to set boundaries around what it is you want from a place of love. And that will start drawing you in all kinds of really amazing men that want the same thing. Are you going to attract men that aren't a good fit, that are this red flag kind of man? Yes, you are. It's part of the process. It's up to you to really get the support to see the red flags, see what's truly, not that you want to look for red flags, but you want to have discernment in your dating so that you are, removing the men. I call it like removing the fat from the top and actually spending time with high quality, high value men that really want what you want. And there's plenty of them out there that want that. So do me a favor, post in the comments, are you ready for love? Are you ready to bring it in? It's the towards the end of 2020. Are you ready to turn it around? Just put a yes, and if this was helpful, put a yes, yes. And if you're feeling called to do so, go ahead and write in the comments what you would like to hear from me next. Sending you guys so much love. If you're on YouTube and you happen to like this video, give me a like and subscribe so you can hear all of my videos that we publish weekly. And if you're on IGTV, hello, so good to see you guys. I can't wait to hear your comments, questions, all of that. Lots of love. See you soon. Mwah.